The OSM show is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Oh, hey, just trying to get a little Christmas shopping done. Sitting here in the office, checking out some of my favorite websites. Love this one, Sundance. I guess if I put that aside, I could talk to you about what I really want to talk about today, which is some merchandising. I personally love merchandising. Can't get enough of it. Like, I walk into a room, sort of want to rearrange everything. No matter if that's, you know, the curtains are crooked, the picture's hanging slightly off to the side, whatever it is, I want to merchandise it. To most people in a store, you say it needs to be merchandised, and they get this deer in the headlights look. So we can talk about merchandising in theory. We can look at it on our website, or we can actually get up, go outside, and do some shopping. So let's go. In talking about merchandising, I want you to start looking outside of just clothing. This is Underground Bakery in Hendersonville, North Carolina. They do an amazing job of merchandising, so I just want you to run in and take a look. Honestly, I'm not getting a scone. Come on. Man, it smells good in here. So this bakery case is a perfect example of doing it right, doing merchandising right. You walk up, it's clean, it's organized, it's really inviting. Well lit to begin with. Everything in there is labeled what it is and how much it is, so the customer doesn't have to look for any of those things. Perfect amount of merchandise in this, we'll call it a window. He didn't try to shove everything he owns in this display case. This is just enticing people to, this is what we have, and there's more of it in the back. Oh, it's pretty. If we stop and take a look at this window, I think that they've done a really good job of picking a theme and sticking with it. I'm not necessarily saying that it's a theme that we can do in an outdoor store, but at least they picked something and they focused on it. They have blended all the animal prints and fur, or faux fur, it's faux fur if that makes you feel better, and really concentrated on that. So they have, you know, started out with the fur on the left. They've moved into leopard and cheetah. The long jacket here is actually a Berber fleece, but it's such a, has such a high loft to it that it really works well when they're trying to show these furs and animal prints. And even if you look at this sweater in the window, the knit in the sweater and the colors mirrors what's going on in the animal prints over here. So really good job in this window. And by the way, the lady that runs the shop just came out and told us that these pieces are Polar Tech. So no animals were harmed in the display of this window. Now we're in a shop here in Hendersonville called Two Chicks. But I love the way they put things together in this store. So they take things like an old crib and merchandise that. Again, they've picked a color theme here. So this brings in some things that are, you know, probably new consignment items, gently loved, and then throws in some vintage pieces. And the fact that, you know, this is on these cute little pink hangers, which totally works in with the merchandising. I just think that it does a great job of blending together things, making a display, but you still feel like you can walk up and pick these things up and shop it without destroying a display, because some people focus so much on what the display might look like that they forget that customers aren't going to touch it because they don't want to mess it up. Off to the next shop. We were walking by and we saw this great window display in a hair salon called the Darling Room, which is absolutely darling. But this window caught my eye because they have very little space for merchandising in this shop. So she's taken her windows, which are facing the streets. She can walk by traffic. She's also facing a coffee shop, so people sit outside and drink their coffee. And she's turned this space into totally sellable space. She's put products together that work together. So done merchandising. You can even do merchandising with shampoos, conditioners, hairsprays. And she made sure that she has it visible from both sides, front and back, so the customer can read what the product is and not just see the back of it if she's on the outside of the store. I'm in Dancing Bear Toys, and it is, as I've said earlier, 10 days before Christmas, so they are fully stocked. Tons of stuff for kids, but still they have managed to have everything neat, organized, clean, in its place. You can walk through the store, so I haven't tripped over anything. And I just think that's important to note because this is their busy time of year. It is fully stocked, but still everything's clearly marked. It's categorized. I know where to go for what particular age group that I'm looking for. And I may just have to do some Christmas shopping. I've had a fun day shopping in Hendersonville. I think we have seen some great examples of merchandising done well. We've seen some interesting things of shops being closed 10 days before Christmas. We've seen a toy store that's good to go. I had a great conversation with a guy there who was telling me that even though we thought there was a lot of stuff in the store, that he felt like they were low, but no one could tell. They did a really good job of making sure it was still merchandised well, looked perfect. So, you know, that's another example of even when you think your shop may be at its low inventory level, you can still do a good job of merchandising and keeping that customer interested when they walk in the door. So thanks for joining me on my stroll down Hendersonville's Main Street. It's time for a little lunch. See ya! Hey, Ryan. I did. Might have spent a little too much money. Had to do it.